Okay, friends, what we're going to talk about today is something we haven't talked yet about in school, but I think you're really going to like it. It's called liquid volume measurement. Okay, so a lot of you guys were doing linear measurement with the ruler where you were looking at inches and centimeters. This is going to be something that you can actually probably use in your kitchen as well when you're cooking with your parents or baking especially. So in the United States, we use a pretty special system of liquid measurement. It's called the customary system or the British imperial system. And it's interesting because the rest of the world uses a totally different system of measuring liquid. They don't do it the same way the United States does, like we do here. And the reason why is that long ago, Thomas Jefferson was our president in the 1700s, almost to the 1800s. So way before your grandparents were alive. And, when they wore those funny wigs and things like that. So they had a lot going on when they were starting the country of the United States. And their main priority wasn't about how people were going to measure liquid volume. So it wasn't really a big deal. So they just used what the British were using at the time, which is what we're using now, still in the United States. Well, years passed, and the rest of the world decided to use the metric system, all the other countries. But the United States kept using the British imperial system or the customary system. And there was some efforts to change what we did here in the United States to the imperial or to the metric system. But a lot of big companies in the United States, the people that make the signs and make the recipe books and everything, a lot of people didn't want to change just because it was how we had always done it here. And so we are, we're still using the customary system from quite a long time ago, but that's okay because it's fun. It's fun to use it, I guess. So I'm going to explain a little bit about how we're going to measure liquid volume. Okay. So you've probably seen these a lot, especially if you like to be in the kitchen with your parents. And do you know what these are called? They are called cups. Yes, so this is how we measure liquid volume. Or one way we do is through cups. All right, and if you're doing fraction work, I think you will see some familiar numbers here. So this little friend, mine is red, yours might look different. This is 1/8 cup. So go ahead and you can ask your parents if you can use their cups. You can measure out 1/8 cup. Not too much. If I was really thirsty, this probably wouldn't be enough water for me. All right. So we have our 1/8 cup. We also have 1/4 cup. Measure out 1/4. We have our 1/3 cup. All right. We have our 1/2 cup. See, it's getting a little bigger. And you can measure out your 1/2 cup. And then no more fractions. This is just one cup. And you see this cup is the biggest. All right, so you can I'm gonna put a quiz online for you on Google Classrooms to ask you some questions like, how many 1/8 cups would fit into 1/2 cup? Well, what do you think it would be? Okay, so you can also test this by taking your 1/8 cups. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So I got 8 1/8 cups to fit into 1 cup. Does it remind you of some fraction work? I hope it does. careful because when you get up to the top part of there, it gets a little bit messy. So maybe do this over the sink if you can, okay? So I'm going to post some more questions like that. And I want you to try to fill out that quiz by clicking the answer choices. And I'm excited to see what you come up with.